Hi guys, I'm Matt. I'm head of paid social here at Dark Horse. Black Friday is approaching, so we're going to talk about how you can prepare your paid social activity for Black Friday, the key period. There are four areas you really want to be focusing on. So you want to be establishing the foundations, creating connections, building those connections, and then you want to seize the moment, and then you've also got the post-activity area. So then, establishing those foundations, this is where you really want to be implementing best practices. So before you head into your peak season, you really want to be doing a health check. Make sure your pixels are tracking correctly, perform some tests on your website, and you also want to maximize the reliability of your data. So this is where you want to be, if you haven't already, implement Conversion API. Really want to be focusing on increasing the quality of the data that you pass back from your platform to actually the platforms you're advertising on. Once Conversion API is set up, or if you have got it set up already, have a look at your event match quality score, your EMQ. Try and focus on a minimum score of 6, because that's where you really want to be. Anything below that, you really want to be improving. And then also review your spending limits. All being well, you want to be spending a lot of money during this period. So what you don't want to be doing is getting caught by any account spending limits you've set before. So definitely go into your billing section, check any limits, and most certainly increase those. I mean, get creative. Obviously, paid social, this is the key part of paid social, is the creative. So in the run up to this period, you want to be testing and learning about which ad formats are resonating best with your audiences, what are generating the most sales. Is it video content? Is it carousels? What formats are working best? And then start to develop content around that. And also develop content, the messaging of your content. So think about, we're heading into gifting season here. People are switching into an always on buying mindset, not necessarily for themselves. So develop different copy for different audiences, different people, and also consider the messages around your copy. So what factors are going to influence that purchase decision? It could be the product quality, it could be the product price, the choices. So have different options available for you. And then we want to seize the moment. So this is where we really want to build those connections, because as I said, the cost of advertising, the CPM is going to increase during this period, but that's okay because the conversion rate is also going to increase with that. However, during the run up to the activity, you really want to build momentum early and really take advantage of more cost efficient impressions before you really hit the key season. So how can we do this then? Well, first of all, try and reach new audiences, because we're obviously going to be retargeting a lot during this period. So think about how can you reach new audiences beforehand and really warm them up. Reels, if you're not doing them already, 30% of time on Instagram is now spent in the Reels placement. So definitely look at Reels and get some content introduced there. And also, paid social, it doesn't just stop at purchases. You might already have other channels. So if you've got marketing lists, email lists, and you want to grow those beforehand, then certainly run some lead generation campaigns. Start to grow your email list beforehand and establish those long-lasting connections and really develop that relationship beforehand. Listen, Meta did a study and they found that 89% of UK shoppers said they're going to try a new brand during the festive season. So get out there, reach new audiences beforehand and start to build that relationship during the run-up to the moment. Now then, you're in the moment. So you've done your preparations, you've done your health checks, you've got your content, your copy's ready, you've all fired up, you hit the moment. And as I said, you're going to be retargeting a lot, because 8 in 10 shopping carts in March 2021 were abandoned. So you've done the heavy lifting here. So you're starting to implement your retargeting audiences, because CPMs, as I say, are increasing, but conversion rates are also increasing along with this. So you've got your retargeting here. You don't want to throttle your spend too early. If you notice that, as I say, your CPM might have gone up, or you might be seeing a really high cost per purchase in the morning, be patient. Think about the buying mentality. You yourself, you might not make a purchase early in the morning, but if you give your campaigns a little bit of time and wait until the evening, then you should start to see your performance increase over time. So have patience. As I say, your pre-sale activity is really going to do the heavy lifting here. So then, we need to tie all this together. So what do we do again? First of all, establish your foundations. Do your health check. Is your pixel working? Have you got Conversion API up and running? Is your event match quality score a minimum of 6? Try and get higher, but minimum of 6. And then get creative. What formats have worked best before? develop those out, have many ready to use, develop different copy variations, not just for your typical customer. Think about people who are actually in the market now for gifts. What purchase influences are there? So is it price? Is it quality? Have many different options available to you. And then build momentum early. So take advantage of more efficient CPMs. So this could be running lead generation campaigns beforehand to grow your email list. It could be running video view awareness campaigns in the run up to the period, so then you can retarget this activity beforehand. Just start to establish those connections really early, and also look at what else aren't you doing. If it's reels, get some reels out there. And then when you're in the moment, don't panic. You've done the heavy lifting. This is where, yes, you're going to see an increase in cost to advertise, but also you're going to have a strong emphasis on your retargeting. You've warmed up your audiences beforehand, so allow time for your cost per purchases to strengthen as the day wears on. And then finally, you've done the hard work. You've seen a really successful sale period, and you're celebrating an increase in revenue, which is fantastic. But don't let up here. Follow up. So if you've carried this on into the holiday season as well, in January, you'll start to see that a decrease in advertising and those CPMs. So take advantage of this. It's a real good opportunity to stay top of mind with those more efficient CPMs again. So just continue that momentum now. So to prepare your paid social this Black Friday, remember to establish the foundations, build connections early, and don't panic during a crucial moment. Thanks for watching. And if you need any extra help, give Dark Horse a call.